Welcome to Qatar, a new regional hub. Located in the hub of the Arabian Gulf, Qatar is almost completely surrounded by the sea. It borders Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to the south, and Bahrain to the northwest. The nation claimed its independence from the British in 1971. In the same year, it joined the Arab League and the United Nations. The move towards a modern society was officially underway. Since 1995, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani has been the ruler of Qatar. He has implemented several changes in policy, including a limited political liberalization, creating an elected council, and giving women the right to vote. A referendum in 2003, which saw almost universal public support for the establishment of the country's first permanent constitution, has set in motion a period of gradual political change in the country.
As you know, it's very important to have a healthy environment for business and for development and investment is to have proper legislation. And Qatar has been embarking on this for some time. I mean, Qatar is working very much to be very transparent in the way they conduct business. You know, corporate governance is very much being stressed. And I think this new referendum, has focused on putting legislations, changing regulations that will make things much easier for business.
Qatar is the latest business hotspot to emerge in the region, and today has one of the strongest and fastest growing economies in the world. It has achieved within decades what other countries have taken centuries to accomplish. The country's economy is very strong, largely due to its abundance of oil and natural gas reserves. It has a free and market-oriented economy, and national policies are developed with this in mind. The state continually enacts and updates legislation to bolster the trend of economic openness.
Qatar is moving towards a single regulatory platform, which makes it unique amongst the GCC countries, in fact unique amongst many of the Arab countries as well. So with a single regulatory platform, you can build a very competitive market. Also remember that Qatar has over 200 years reserves of natural gas. So that combined with the single regulatory platform provides a very interesting, sustainable economy in which firms like to operate.
The long-term goal of the country is to attract foreign investments and to help increase and diversify the sources of national income. An October 2000 investment law allows for full shareholding of foreign investments in a multitude of sectors. This has greatly attracted foreign investors who are no longer restricted to ownership of just 49% of the shares.
At the same time that Qatar identified the sectors in which it has a competitive advantage, for the same sectors they have liberated these laws in which allowed fully owned investments. So in the sectors of industry, health, education, tourism, these are the sectors that foreigners are welcome to fully invest and own their operation.
Qatar is a strong supporter of the Gulf Cooperation Council, and the excellent relations with its neighbors has led to Qatar becoming the major hub for business flowing through the region. Relations between the U.S. and Qatar flourished after the 1991 Gulf War. Trade between the two countries has increased since then. With the upward revision to the oil price forecast, the outlook for Qatar's external position has strengthened from an already extremely robust one. Coming up next, health. For more information, visit www.us-television.tv.
The engineers want to be next to the fields. The traders want to be next to the markets. The suppliers want to be next to the customers. The IT people want to be near the knowledge base. The service companies want to be next to the oil companies. And the decision makers want to be next to the engineers. They all want access to each other in the perfect place to do business. Energy City Qatar, the first of its kind, purpose-built, integrated city dedicated to the energy industry.
Local knowledge combined with the expertise of a global engineering consultancy firm, James Cubitt and Partners. Founded in 1949 and operating in Qatar since 1997. We are specialists in the design and supervision of major projects for clients in the public and private sectors. Supporting Qatar and the Qatar Foundation into the 21st century and beyond. James Cubitt and Partners, your engineering consultancy expert.
Al Ali Hospital, the pearl of healthcare. Our hospital provides the healing tranquility that our guests deserve. With our advanced medical technology, tranquil and soothing environment, highly qualified doctors, caring and compassionate nurses. Experience love. Experience Al Ali Hospital, the pearl of healthcare.
For more information, visit www.us-television.tv. The Gulf countries are undergoing a major economic boom, and that has reflected itself in many different sectors, such as oil and gas, industry, and banking. But also in the health sector, we see exceptional increase in services.
In Qatar, obviously, in the past 10 years or so, the government has taken a very qualitative approach to the health services. And you see that clearly reflected in the quality of service. A new trend that's very clearly rising in the Gulf is that a lot of the top names in medicine, like Johns Hopkins or Mayo Clinic or Cleveland, these top hospitals in the world are also affiliating themselves with the different health sectors in the Gulf.
In the East, there is a huge evolution of health services, and many of the Gulf countries want to become a hub for health services. But do the standards live up to Western expectations?
The standards now in the health field are not merely. It is meeting any human being's expectations in the health field. So there is an innate need in the Gulf and in Qatar for the best health services, because the people in the Gulf do travel around the world. They know, they have seen the best. They've been in the best places in the world, whether from Eastern or Western countries. So they are not that easy to satisfy.
Established in 2005, the National Health Authority aims to provide medical preventive and treatment services, as well as supervision over the provision of public health services. It also regulates the marketing and manufacturing of drugs in accordance with international quality standards.
The National Health Authority, obviously, is the main regulatory agency where it ensures the quality of the health services provided to the public. Secondly, they do license doctors, nurses, technicians. Obviously, their role is very imperative to the health system in Qatar.
The authority also acts in coordination with the health insurance system to upgrade the level of health service, as well as disseminate health education and awareness. In addition, it undertakes the organization of the medical private sector.
The National Health Authority is opening up more to the private sector. In fact, the yet to be applied national health insurance scheme, which will cover the whole country, that will obviously provide the vehicle for such recognition.
Today, the sector boasts the most advanced medical equipment as well as qualified professionals. Health services are also available all over the country through a wide network of hospitals and health centers. In the coming years, there are further plans to continue and expand the cutting-edge medical services already available in this nation.
Many hospitals in the world will start to compare themselves not only to Mayo Clinic, but to many hospitals in the Middle East. So I see that with this huge expansions in the health services in Qatar, quantitatively and qualitatively, the scene will change in a very big way, exponentially, not gradually, because the ambitions are so high, and luckily resources are high. So when you combine the two, obviously you would have an incredible outcome in the next 5-10 years.
Qatar's thriving financial sector has been experiencing promising growth over the last decade. The government has been opening up the banking sector to increase participation by foreign players, leading to a tremendous expansion of the sector in 2006. Today, the country is a hub for banking and financial activities.
Well, as you can see from the list of firms that we already have, we have Lehman's, we have Morgan's, we have Goldman's, we have JP Morgan coming. We have a number of other US-based firms also opening to do business in Qatar. We're looking at attracting more. We've got legal firms coming from the US. We've got asset managers coming from the US. So the attraction that the US firms see is that, as I mentioned earlier, it's a very interesting domestic market to operate in. It's growing at some 30% per annum. But also this is a regional platform that people can take advantage of.
Qatar already boasts an active market and is one of the best performing in the region in terms of assets and profitability. The remarkable economic activity in Qatar has boosted the two main drivers of the sector, namely customer deposits and credit facilities extended by operating banks. Such developed banking activity over the past few years has led to enhanced financial soundness indicators at large. In addition, the opening of the Qatar Financial Center offers the world's international financial services community an exciting new window.
QFC is an onshore centre, it's not a financial free zone or offshore centre. We were set up as part of the national strategy to expand and develop the financial services market. Over the next 5 to 7 years, Qatar will be investing $145 billion in various sectors of the economy. In order to do that, you need a vibrant and deeper financial services market. So we've been set up in order to attract international foreign firms to come do business onshore in Qatar. But the interesting thing is that most firms now are looking at Qatar as a regional centre as well.
Opened in May 2005, the center has already attracted many international leading names in the industry, such as Citibank, Goldman Sachs, and Standard Chartered. The direct costs of the Qatar Financial Center are designed to match and support the growth of the companies within. Qatar is quite rapidly building a reputation of being a modern regional banking and financial center, which should contribute to further enhancing the sector and, by extension, to bolstering economic activity at large. Low political risk, coupled with excellent country and financing risk evaluations, mean that Qatar is unparalleled in terms of opportunities for generating revenue.
Qatar in the next 3 to 4 years will become the world's largest LNG provider, shipping some 77 million tons of LNG. 30% of it will be going to the US. So the US will see Qatar as a strategic asset in its energy supplies. This is a unique opportunity for American firms to come and do business in the financial services sector, because over the next 15 years, Qatar will be investing $250 billion externally to create an investment portfolio that by 2020 will mean that Qatar is no longer reliant on oil and gas revenues. That is a very, very real opportunity for American financial firms to participate in.
With unprecedented levels of economic growth and a significant volume of committed investment in the immediate pipeline, the prospects for financial service companies to get involved range across the entire spectrum of financial service activities are excellent. "60% of Qatar's GDP comes from the oil and gas sector. Discovery of the precious resource has transformed Qatar, leading it into a new era of wealth and better living conditions. Today, the country has proven recoverable oil reserves of around 15 billion barrels. In 2005, Qatar's average output of crude oil was estimated at about 800,000 barrels per day. Having 15% of the world's total reserves, today the country's proven gas reserves are the third largest in the world. The nation is expected to become the world's top exporter of liquid natural gas by 2010, thanks to the help of significant foreign investment over the past decade.
Without the natural gas in Qatar, we could have not reached to this development which we have in Qatar. With development of natural gas in Qatar, there was a lot of revenue, cash flow came to the state of Qatar, which been invested in the energy sector, in the oil and gas, in the power sector, in the real estate, and in improving the infrastructures in the state of Qatar, such as the road and the sewage and so on.
The Middle East accounts for over 60% of the world's proven oil reserves and over 40% of the world's natural gas reserves. But the region did not have a dedicated energy business center until the launch in March 2006 of Energy City Qatar. It is the Middle East's first energy business center.
The idea came that there are different energy hubs all over the world, such as Houston, Calgary, Aberdeen, Singapore. But we have noticed that there is no single hub here in the Middle East. So we have selected Qatar, and we have selected the model of Energy City Qatar to establish an energy business center, first of its kind, fully integrated project to serve and cater the need of the growing energy sector in the Middle East.
Energy City Qatar will be the Middle East's first full-service energy business center. It caters to the commercial, technical, and human resources needs of the oil and gas industry operating in the region. It has cutting-edge facilities and services.
I think Energy City Qatar will bring lots of opportunities to this country, and it will create lots of opportunities to the investors also from outside. The main objective of this of the project is to attract global energy players from all over the world, and to establish a center where energy companies can interact, can integrate, and can find investment opportunities. I think this center will be the heart or the main brain for the whole energy project in the Middle East, and it can make a difference in the energy industries in Qatar and in the Middle East.
With oil and LNG export levels secured for years to come, Qatar's energy sector is exploring its options to the fullest. Coming up next, business and leisure. For more information, visit www.us-television.tv.
The engineers want to be next to the fields. The traders want to be next to the markets. The suppliers want to be next to the customers. The IT people want to be near the knowledge base. The service companies want to be next to the oil companies. And the decision makers want to be next to the engineers. They all want access to each other in the perfect place to do business. Energy City Qatar, the first of its kind, purpose-built, integrated city dedicated to the energy industry.
At Avis, we try harder to make your car rental easier. As an Avis customer, you can take advantage of the benefits of renting with Qatar's leading car rental company. We have 7 rental locations in Qatar and 4,000 worldwide. We will ensure a stress-free car rental experience by providing superior services that cater to our customers' individual needs. Avis, we try harder.
Ramada Plaza Doha is the place to be in the heart of Doha's shopping and commercial districts. All 584 individually themed rooms and suites are modern and spacious. Our friendly staff will make your stay with us both enjoyable and memorable. Ramada Plaza Doha is the place to relax after a day at work. Keep fit at the Cabana Leisure Club. Ramada Plaza Doha is the place to dine. Featuring over 20 restaurants and bars, at the Ramada Plaza you will be spoiled for choice. Ramada Plaza Doha, the place to be in Doha.
For more information, visit www.us-television.tv. Qatar is situated in the heart of the Arabian Gulf, which not only describes its geographical location, but also the importance given to the country's Arabian culture, heritage, and warm hospitality. Holiday makers, business travelers, and residents alike can enjoy Qatar's year-round sunshine. Diversity of activities, friendly people, and a relaxing atmosphere. Whatever your interest, there is something for everyone in Qatar. Tourism is afforded the same importance as other sectors, and thus the state provides facilities and incentives so that the industry can keep pace with other developments in the country. The Qatar Tourism Authority was established with the aim to promote the country locally, regionally, and internationally, as well as to support activities relating to the general trends of the nation's policies.
We see that lots of resorts are now being built for this. Also we have the Qatar. It's a full program. It's a full program. Under tourism, you get also the conference tourism, the family tourism, and Qatar is not trying to attract the same tourism that we have in Dubai. We are kind of we're looking to be like a boutique tourism, catering for families that want to come and enjoy a family holiday in Qatar. So this is the kind of tourism we're talking about.
The surface of Qatar is structured by a number of geographical features, which are distinctive to the west coast of the Arabian Gulf. Sand dunes in the country can reach an altitude of 131 feet above sea level, and traveling over them offers an unequaled view of the desert. Surrounded by the Arabian Gulf on 3 sides of the peninsula, Qatar offers plenty of opportunities for water sports and cruising. 2 artificial reefs have been built for scuba diving and create a welcoming environment for marine life. A sunset cruise on a traditional dhow in Doha Bay provides a stunning view of Doha at night. From tiny stalls of the souks to the large shopping complexes, eager shoppers will find everything they need and more. Qatar already hosts a number of world-class hotel brands which provide safe and comfortable restaurant and spa facilities for the whole family. By 2016, the hospitality industry is expecting a capacity of at least 80,000 hotel rooms within the city. Also, the country has its sights on building a new airport, of which the construction began in 2004. The first 2 phases are scheduled to open in 2009, while the third and final phase is scheduled for 2015. The airport will be built over 13 square miles, of which half is on reclaimed land. The expected capacity will be up to 93 million passengers, making it the second largest capacity holder in the region after Dubai. With the right planning, the tourism industry, like everything else in the country, looks set to develop at a measured and sustainable pace. Hospitable, generous, and kind, Qataris make visitors to their country feel very welcome. Qatar is an ideal family location and a very nice place to visit, live, and work. Standards of lifestyle are high as the infrastructure continues to develop rapidly. And against the backdrop of favorable macroeconomic conditions, spurred by the ongoing oil boom, an expanding gas sector activity, and the government's infrastructure program, now is the time to invest in Qatar.
Now is the time to come and be in Qatar, to help build the market, to help expand the market. Don't wait until the market is formed, because that will be too late for you to take advantage of what the opportunities are. Come now and make a real difference.
Thank you for watching Qatar, a new regional hub. We hope it has given you a new perspective on everything this forward-thinking nation has to offer.